Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for January 18th, 2026. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, 3 and 4 in here. So 3 does not seem to do anything. Okay, vertically actually, this 3 and this 3 cross this 6, 7. And so there's a 3 in one of these two. That points in here with this 3. This 3 looks down. Placing the 3 here. Now these 3s look up. This 3 looks in. Placing this 3. These 3s look into here. These two 3s look up. Placing this 3. How are we doing on 3s? We have all the 3s except for this rectangle here. Alrighty. Anything else cross this 6, 7 here? So yeah, the 2 does as well, in the exact same way the 3 did. So we can corner 2s here, but we can do something better, which is these corner marks are telling us that within this box, there are 2 places for 2 and 2 places for 3. And they're the same 2 places. So one of them has to be 2 and the other has to be 3 in order to fit both the 2 and 3 in there. And that hidden pairs eliminate anything else that could have been in those cells. So the way to follow up is to think about what did we just eliminate from these two. So for example, the 1 was eliminated from here. This one looks down, or it couldn't be 1. 1 was eliminated here. So 1's in one of these 3, but that's not immediately helpful. The 4 was eliminated. This 4 looks down. These aren't 4 anymore. So 4 is in one of these 2. Oh, actually, this 4 also looked down. So that places the 4 in the box. I suppose I should have followed up directly on the 2. This 2 looks in, this 2 looks in, this 2 looks down. Putting a 2 on these 2. All right. So that was 4. So the remaining digits are 5. What did I miss? Oh, it's 158. Okay. I'm just going to pencil 158. The bottom one's not 8. So 8's in one of these 2. That's going to point in here with this 8. This 8 looks down, putting any one of these 2. All right. 158. So these aren't 5 or 8 now. Looking to see if that does anything else. Well, I mean, other than these 8s, I don't really see anything. All right, let's backtrack. That was all just from this 4. No, it was from the 3. I haven't even looked at the 4 yet. All right, so let's look at the 4. Let's see. Any other 4s? We already have all these 4s. All right. There's these 4s. That doesn't really help. Actually, it does help. So by marking here, we've reminded ourselves or noticed that 4 isn't here in this box. So this column is going to need a 4, but it's not in this box. It's also not where this 3, 6 are. It's not where this 8 is. This 4 looks into here, and this 4 looks into here. So there's actually only one place for 4 in this column. And what triggered us to look for that is just corner marking the 4s like this, where there isn't already a 4 in this column. The only reason we didn't put a 4 here is there's a 1 sitting there. That tells us, hey, let's look at this column. Where does 4 go? And the answer is just right here, so we can place it. Now these 4s look in, this 4 looks down, and that makes this a hidden 2-4 pair, as we talked about with the 2-3 earlier. So what do we do with that? What was eliminated? The 1, 5. 5 feels quite limited here now. 5's in one of these 2. What about this row? Yes. So again, the only reason we didn't corner a 5 here is because we had the hidden 2-4 pair. It's kind of like a given sitting here. There's going to be a 2 or a 4 sitting here eventually. It's not going to be a 5. So it's the same concept. So where is 5 in this row? Not in these places, not in this box. And this 5 looks down, not where the 3 and 8 are. So this is the only place for 5 in the row. Got some interesting hidden singles in rows and columns today. All right, and that leaves 2 digits left for this row. It's the 1 and the 9. They are not resolved. So anything about the 9 being removed? Is that interesting? This 9 looks in. These aren't 9. So I can mark 9 in one of these 2. That's the best I got. Okay. I was on... What was I doing? I think it was these 4s because I was following up on... I was looking at 4s already. Is there more to do with 4s? I guess would be a question to ask. 4's in one of these 2. So I think these are the 4s that are left, this kind of pattern. No, what about this box? Oh yeah, it's down here. So we're actually like this. Okay. Yeah, we're not doing anything with that. All right, that was the 3 and the 4. Any crossings here? We have the 1, 6, and 7. Yeah, so the 6 crosses. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at this column because it kind of looks through this 3 and 4. I'm looking for any givens that aren't in the box yet. So that was the 1, 6, and 7. Then I'm looking over here in these two rows that aren't the row of the 3, 4. And I'm looking for a 1, 6, or 7. And I do notice the 6. So this 6 looks in, this 6 looks up. That means the 6 is one of these two. That's going to point along with this 6, putting a 6 in one of these two. Now we do scan this column for 6, and for the first time in this puzzle, it doesn't give us anything. All right. It usually doesn't give you anything, but as you know from 2 times this puzzle, when it does find something, it's quite nice. All right. So now here we've got the 2, 3, 5, and 8. 3s are basically done. We just need 2, 5, and 8 to look at. 2. I'm not seeing anything. Something to note, I suppose, which I think it does make these pencilable, is that 2 and 8 need to end up here. If we found a third digit that had to end up here, that would give us a naked triple. But that means that these are limited. You can just see that directly. They're not the 3, 5, 6, 7 from the box, and they're not the 2, 8 from the row. So if they're not 6 out of the 9 digits. That leaves 3 digits left. That's the 1, not 2, 3, the 4, not 5, 6, 7, 8, and the 9. So if they were down to 2 digits, that would be a naked pair, and that would mean this is a hidden triple. Yeah, so we don't quite have the hidden triple right now. All right. So I think that's it for this box. This cell here isn't the 2, 3, 5, 8. It's also not the 4, 6 that are corner marked. So it's also down to 3 digits. We need a 1, 6. Oh, 6 is somewhere. 6 is in the row. Oh, 6 is cornered. Sorry. It's just 7 and 9. All right. 1, 7, 9. Okay, so 7's not in these two or here. 7's in 2 places in this column. All right, let's move on. This box here, 3, 5, 6, 7. Anything to do with these? The 3's already done, basically. 5, 7. I'm not seeing anything here. Let's move on. This band. So 1, we have 2 1s. One's one of these two. All right, and then the 2 crosses this 5, 3, putting a 2 in one of these two. Does anything else cross the 5, 3? Only the 1 could have. So the answer is no. What did I just get? I just got the 2 in one of these two. So that's going to point down, and that places the 4 here. This can't be 2 because the 2's up here. So that's 4, and that's 2. And that places the 4 in here. This is no longer 4. So it could be 1, 2. It can't be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it could be 8, 9. Wow, that's still too many. All right, never mind. How about this box? We need 1, 6, 7, 9. Well, we know this isn't 6. This is 1, 7, 9. This can't be 7. So this is 1, 6, 9. This can't be 7 either. In fact, the 7's down here. So this is also 1, 6, 9. Oops. This column is just down to 1, 6, 9. This is 6, 9. Nice. This is 1, 6. Feels like there's more to do here. There's some interesting geometry, but I'm not immediately seeing what to do. 3, 4, 5. The fact that 3 is basically done makes the geometry a lot less powerful than it seems like it should be. All right, I don't see anything else to do in this band. Let's just do this final band. We've basically done it already, but I think there's some stuff to pencil here. So this row, we have the 1 and 8 as well as the 2, 3, 4, 7. So we need a 5, 6, 9. This is any of them. The right one's not 6. This column is down to 2, 5, 7, 9. This can't be 5 or 7. So this is 2, 9. This isn't 2. So this is 5, 7, 9. This isn't 5. So this is 2, 7, 9. 2, 9 only. Where else can I look here? 1, 5, 6, 9. What's the other digit besides 1, 5, 6, 9? 7. Right, I do have these 2 7s. Oh, and this 7 looks down. So 7's placed in this box. And this isn't 9 because of the 9 in the row. It's not 5. So this is down to 1, 6. And that's a 1, 6 pair. And so this is a 5, 8 pair, but this can't be 5. So the 5 is now placed here, and this is the 8 in the row. So this is not 5. It was the only place for 5 and then the only place for 8 in the row, in case that was unclear. 1, 6, 9, 1, 6, 5, 6, 9. You know, the 5's here. All right. Besides the 1, 4, 6, 9, what's the other digit? Is it? It's not 7. It's 8. So where's 8 in this column? It's in one of these two. Okay, 8's in two places here. This is 5 digits. Is there any other low-hanging fruit I can just look at here? This is all penciled. I don't need these 9 score numbered anymore. The box is limited. I placed some digits. Do I need to follow up on them? Yeah, like these 8s. What's an 8 somewhere in here? A lot of corner marks that aren't right here. So it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be 6. It's not 7 because the 7's in the row. It's not 8. It could be 9. So this is just a 6, 9 pair. So the only digit I haven't accounted for in corner marks is the 7, which means all of these cells are what they're corner marked plus a 7. So 1, 7, 7, 8. This is 1, 2, 7, 8. But this can't actually be 7, so this is just 2, 8. 7's in a row. This column is actually down to 1, 6. 1, 6, 7, 8. So this is 1, 7, 8. This is 1, 6, 6, 7. This is 1. Oh, sorry, this isn't 1 or 7. So this is 6, 8. So what do we have in this row besides 2, 6, 8, 9? We have a 4. We have a 5. That's it. So 4 and 5. Anything special about that? This can't be 4. So yeah, we know the 4 is over here. If only 5 was limited in one of these two. All right. So nothing there. Is there anything else I might not have followed up on properly? These 7s, might as well mark that 7's one of these two. All right, I think I need to find some more low-hanging fruit to look at, but I'm going to go systematic here. So I'm going to go row by row. I'm going to be checking to see if there's any pairs or triples I might have missed that I didn't apply properly. And I'm also looking to see if it looks like the row might be worth marking up. So I am going to look at rows with 5 or fewer open cells for that. We need a 1, 2, 6, 8, 9. So the 8 is in one of these two that I've highlighted. 1, 2, 6, 8, 9. So this isn't 1 or 6. So 2, 8, 9 is what's left. This can't be 6, but it could be 1, 2, 8, 9. Alrighty. What else is going on here? This row. We need a 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. Can't be 1 or 7. So this is 2, 2, 8, 9 also. So besides 2, 3, 8, 9, what do we have going on in this column? What are the other digits? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need a 5. So where is 5 in this column? Because it's not where I've marked any of these up. That's not 5. That's not 5. In fact, I should have had these 5s marked a while ago. But that doesn't really matter now, because in this column, this can't be 5 either. So the only place for 5 is right here. That leaves 2, 3, 8, 9. It's not a 2, so it's 3, 8, 9. All right, what do I get from this 5? These two 5s plus this one makes a 5 one of these two. Uh, 1, 6, 7, 4, 1, 4. Okay. This can't be 4 or 7. So this can be a 1, not 2, 3, 4, 5. Could be 6, not 7, 8, 9. So 1, 6, 9 is what's left. All right. What about the next row here? 5 digits left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And we have the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not 7. That's not 7. That's it. All right. Next row. It's a lot. Yeah, we looked at this row earlier, and these rows are already taken care of. All right, we're going to look at columns and do the same thing. 2, 389. 1679. Okay. Feels like there should be something here, but I don't think there is. 16. Yeah, I found the eights. All right, I don't think there's anything else with columns. 5929. What about boxes? So when I look at boxes, the other thing I'm doing is just double checking that I respected my corner marks when I center marked stuff. So for example, these sixes, I'm making sure there's not sixes here or here, center marked. We got the sixes and the sevens here. Maybe I should look at this box, which is down to 5 digits. We need a, I mean, I know that this is an almost a hidden triple, but let's just take a look. We need a 12489. 12489. This just isn't 4. That's not 4. Oh, in fact, the 4 is down here. These are down to 1289, but these are all of 1289 as far as I can tell. All right. This box, 3s, 5s. All right. How about this box? We got the 1s here. We've got the 2s here. I do remember cleaning that up. We got the 8s. Okay, we have the 6-9 pair. Nothing. All right, what about these two cells? They're not the 1-3. They're not the 4-7-8. So this one can be 2, not the top one. Not 3-4. This one can be 5, not the bottom one. I think that's good enough to keep these. Can be 6. Can't be 7. Can't be 8. Could be 9. All right, so 5-6-9 and 2-6-9. What are we doing with that? We do have 2 5-6-9s in this column. It looks like 1 and 4 are the other digits. Oh, wait, how many digits do we? So for 2 5-6-9, we expect 3 more digits. So we need a 1, 4, and 8. No, there's nothing really going on there. All right. The 7s, the 8s, the 4s. All right. Down here, everything's good. So, my secondary pass still didn't finish the puzzle. So, kind of the next step is a little bit more fuzzy, but we have a few choices depending on the kind of instinct mostly and what the grid currently looks like. One choice is to look for geometry, like, oh, maybe there's some like more subtly hidden, it's triple somewhere that I can find via geometry by looking at the givens that we've got. The other option is to try to locate any cells that I could have marked and I didn't, and see if that introduces like a pair, triple, quad, something like that. So I rescanned this column just now. I mean, just sometimes randomly glancing around helps. And I noticed that we actually need a 6 in this column. And so the 6 is placed. And I'm hoping that that does it. Certainly cascades quite a bit. We get the 6, we get this 8, 1, 7, and 6. Yeah, I think that's all I needed. In this box, this is the only place for 7. Here, the 6 gives the 9 as well. We get our 8, and we get our 2. This can't be 7. So this is 1, and this is 7. All right. There's a lot of cleanup, but I like to place digits if I can before cleaning up because that makes for less cleanup. So this is not 8 anymore. So the 8 in this box is only here. This isn't 7. So the 7 in this box is here. The 6 got placed here, down here. This can only be 8 now. All right. Anything else before I clean up? This can be 5 or 6. All right. So I got to clean up now. Let's clean up that. Clean up the 8, clean up the 6, clean up the 7, and then the 9 and the 1 here. All right, so what's next? We just got a bunch of digits in this area. This is down to 2, 3, 6, 9. How about this row? We need a 4, 5, 9. So this is down to 5, 9. This can't be 5, 4, 9. This is 4, 5, 9. All right. What else we got going on here? Oh, the 5 in this column has to go here. 2, 6, 9. There's got to be something simple. The 1 in this box is one of these two. It points up, making that not a 1. There's got to be some low-hanging fruit here I haven't thought about. How about 2, 3, 6, 9? It's not a 2, so this is down to 3, 6, 9. So the 6 is one of these two in the box. Doesn't really mean anything yet. Or it doesn't mean anything anymore because we already have 6s vertically. 1, 2, 8, 9. It's not an 8, so this is 1, 2, 9. In fact, that means the 8's one of these two. This row is 1, 2, 8, 9. Huh. I'm still missing something. I thought this was just cascading to the end. 2's one of these two. Five, 6, 4, 9. There's got to be something subtle. Maybe not so subtle. Where is it? Huh. Well, I mean, the only 2 cells I haven't penciled are these, but I think they're down to 4. We need a, just in the box, we need, besides the 4, we need a 1, 2, 8, 9. So I mean, I could mark it, but not really anything to do with that. 1, 2, 8, 9. Yeah, that's not super helpful. 4, 1. Ah, the 1 in this box. Yeah, these ones point. Yeah, the ones pointing up I didn't notice. Well, I don't know why I would say that. I mean, it's just one of these 3. That doesn't seem to. For some reason, I don't know. For some reason, I thought that was a 1. It's not. Or it just doesn't have to be. What am I missing? 4, 9, 2, 9. A little sticky here. 2, 3, 8, 9. Maybe it's another hidden in a row or column that I just keep glancing over. Okay, I know the 2's over here. 2, 3, 6, 9. 6, 2, 3, 6, 9, 1, 9. Vertically. The 1 is here. 2, 3, 8, 9. 8's up here. 1, 9, 1, 6, 6, 9. This is a 4, 9 pair. There we go. I think I'd been seeing this as a 1, 6 pair when scanning this column, but it's actually this not. This wants to be 9, but it can't be because of the 4, 9 pair. So yeah, I mean, another way to put it is where's 6 in the column, which is right there, and now where's 1? It's right there. Okay, that does it. That's 9, that's 6, that's 1, that's 9. This puzzle just took some very careful scanning of rows and columns. That's 1, 6, and 9. That's a 2. That's 8 and 1. We get the 4 and 9. That's 1, 8. Okay, over here, 9, 5, and 4. 6 and 2. We get the 3. 9, 6, 5. That's 2 and 9. That's 3 and 2. And we're done. All right. Yeah, some interesting spots in this one for sure. A lot of heavy emphasis on hidden singles in rows and columns, which are always harder to see than a hidden single in a box. All right, cool. Well, let me know how you did, and if you enjoyed this, want to leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.